This does counter any potential like zoo or illusion, you know, overwhelming right-click damage, physical damage guys. Like Wyvern, honestly, when Wyvern is a strong hero, it feels like one of these like Nyx assassins that PPD was talking about, where it block picks like a lot of heroes in Dota. Like you couldn't pick Legion, for example, and feel comfortable. Faceless Void, like you counter the Chronosphere. Storm's a good pick against it because it's a backline jumper. And the only disable that you have for a Storm is your ultimate, which is quite scuffed. But you know, if you can't catch Storm in a Winter's Curse, the follow up will be there from the Shadow Shaman. So it's good against Storm's good against Wyvern, but it's not the greatest Storm game here.
That's interesting. I wonder if it's just something they're feeling like they might be able to just have some fun and snowball with a bit. But that does leave Black and Yellow in a position where they might need their position 3 to assist in some extra utility and locking down a slippery Storm Spirit here. I don't know if that means something like Undying or such, but...
Ooh.
Okay.
Big boy Tide Hunter. I like to see it.
Ooh,
Classic.
yeah.
I mean, we have yet to see what the lane's going to end up being because Moon's... well, I guess it depends on how they actually want to lane, but... They don't have their position 1 yet. I assume Moon Meander's hero is coming next, though, and last pick into the position 1 for Tomato.
I'm curious why Black and Yellow would choose to pick the Tide right now when they don't really have any... Like, their only information on the safe lane is that it's an Enchantress. Like, they know that it's going to be a mid-storm, right? It's like side lane storm just isn't a thing. And there's the jungle storm that Shannon will not stop talking about, which I think he probably dreamt of and didn't actually happen. But you could like Queen of Pain right now, and you have this classic Ryoya hero to just destroy the storm. And now they have the Jug counterpick to this Tide. Jug Enchantress, I mean, that's a tough lane. That's a toughie.
I'm sorry, Jenkins, do you remember your dreams? I don't remember any of my dreams.
Well, mine, I'm usually
like, I can wake up in a cold sweat. Like,
Okay.
I'll have a nightmare, and I'll wake up. I won't even remember what the nightmare was. Isn't that weird?
For me,
Maybe
it's like I'm
demons.
awake, and then the spiders are crawling on the ceiling, and then the laundry hamper's an intruder, and I have to attack them. And then my girlfriend says, "We're sleeping when we get in a house. We're sleeping in different bedrooms." Andrew. Anyway,
different beds, different bedrooms. Good. Sounds like a healthy relationship. What do you think about them picking up their position 1 and 2 already? So it's basically a Moon Meander last pick. It's like the Brack special right now.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the end all be all. I mean, something like Rubik, I guess, would be nice. You got some options out there.
Yeah, nice Rubik game. I think actually, I think you're right about that. I think any Rubik player, if you're captaining, you can't. Oh, it's banned. Never mind. Okay. Well, there that goes.
Oh, it is banned.
Just got banned.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, just get banned.
Because it does look fun. It does look like a really fun Rubik game, and like doesn't even matter if it's good. It's just fun. And a Rubik player's like, yeah, guys, it's good. It's like, come on, don't lie to me. You just want to play it. No, it's really good, guys. All right, Rubik player, let's relax here.
Well, there's still the
Earthshaker.
Yep, like Earthshaker, like you just mentioned.
How's Phoenix this game? I mean, Monkey, his little guys once he gets eggs, do those hit eggs? I think they do, right?
No, they don't.
They don't.
Illusions don't do any damage to egg either.
They don't do like creep damage? Isn't there creep damage to them?
No, just heroes, I think, on egg. Yeah, Earthshaker's good. That's like kind of one of the only guys left. You could go for some like backline bursty jumping guy like Tiny and blow up the Shaman and the Wyvern, but Tiny's just kind of a bit of a crappy hero, which is, you know, unfortunate.
I mean, if it's Storm mid, isn't Monkey King pretty good against that hero? I mean, they're basically the same range.
I think in lane, yeah, but then in game, Storm is really solid. Like Storm can play to like even the lane, and then once you're out of lane, you can just really easily kill the Monkey King.
I think the play here for Black and Yellow is to win their lanes, Jenkins. After last game's shellacking, you gotta start at the very basics. You know?
Sure, yeah, I'm with you.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay. Very good.
Very nice.
So Moon Meander really going deep here. Viper.
Ooh,
okay.
Wow.
So this is
support
for
Pango.
Yeah, and then Viper either into the Monkey King or Tide is a winning matchup. So yeah, very nice flex pick coming out here with this Pango, the whole debate. We didn't see it coming. Maybe they didn't see it coming. This is just so good against these two side laners that they have so far.
And they only have 15 seconds to respond, so this is perfect time to bring something like this out.
Not seeing Moon pull out the Pango in pubs too much, unless of course he has a different account he's working with, but that'll be a fun one to see.
Okay.
And Ryoya Shadow Fiend.
Okay.
Woo! Okay. Yeah, nice. All right, take it in, gentlemen. Take it in real fast. I know you only have a few moments at face value to try to process what we're witnessing here, but who do you think is taking it? Undying, or are we going to game 3?
Typically not a fan of position 3 Viper, but it feels like a really good Viper game. So Undying, gentlemen.
I'm gonna go Undying because, you know, mad respect to Ryoya. He carried Summit 13. I think he's a fantastic player, but he's a typical mid player. Here there are heroes he says that he can play that are not his specialty here. I've played with him before. I'm gonna go ahead and say SF is his SF is just meh, and it's not enough to carry this game as a last pick. If it's Lashrak, that's a different story. But this is SF. He's your typical mid player. I'm gonna go with Undying.
All right, both on Undying. Let's see if Jenkins will eat his words or not. We send to a quick break, but when we come back, we got Trent, Lyrical, and special guest PPD on the mic.
Oh, hey, everybody. We're back again. Game number 2. Hopefully, this one goes a little bit longer. Joined again by Trent and PPD. How you two doing? You excited? We're already into the game? Oh my God, I don't get to hear from you.
I wish I could say I was excited, but I think there's been some critical drafting errors by the Dire squad.
Oh no.
Not again.
I'm worried, man. Like, they picked this Viper, which is like the perfect pick, and then they flex this Pango to 4, which is super smart. And then what Radiant is supposed to do is, or no, I'm sorry, what Dire is supposed to do is said, hey, let's not put Monkey King in a lane against Viper. Okay, that's a bad matchup. Let's put our Monkey King mid and pick a new carry for the side lane. And they didn't do that. They just said, you know what, Monkey King, good luck. I'm going to play Shadow Fiend mid, and I'm going to try and 1v5. We got action.
Yeah, maybe a chance here for a kill. Dubu. Oh no, it's going the other way. Flee, run out of there. Is Flee living? He's actually gone. And Yamsum not able to secure it. Yeah, he took stun level 1. Interesting.
He didn't use it either, so.
Or boundless strike.
Waited.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, he didn't use it early. Yeah.
He could have used it when all 3 of his teammates were attacking the hero to get, like, you know, extra 1 or 2 right clicks each.
I think that's thinking too much there, Peter. You're on some new stuff right there.
Well,
he's gonna die now.
He went mid.
He did. You're not wrong. Takes him away for a little bit. They're kind of getting set up. Are they gonna full on tri-lane this to try and secure his farm?
I think that's what they're attempting to do here.
Okay.
Cool. This is the bad scenario though. If he goes down, find yourself in the second death. Oh, here we go. There's the tri-lane kill.
This could be good for him. And yeah, Flea able to pick up a quick one. So much needed. And Moon now probably going to try and come and collect this wave, pull it back behind the tower.
What's Tide gonna do though?
Yeah, the Tide pick was, again, out of order, right? Because they saw the Storm, and then they went for the Tide anyway.
I mean, you have to blind pick 2 cores on second pick, so I think the Tide thing was fine. I was kind of surprised Radiant didn't go with Ursa, but Jug is also pretty good. I think Ench Jug is probably a pretty tough lane for Tide.
Yeah, I thought they were going to Ursa too.
Yeah, it's like there's a really random Winter Wyvern pick in here, which is very similar to the random AA we saw in the last game.
Okay.
Those are just really bad in lane. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes. It's like Wyvern used to be a lot better in lane, I think, back like before a lot of the nerfs and everything, but now it just doesn't really feel that strong. Like you can't like bully out people with the Arctic Burn anymore. Your main benefit is Wyvern.
Cooldown.
Yeah, like all you can do is like Splinter Blast tier 2s now. That's the Wyvern life.
Although I will say that having the answer of just sticking another hero in the lane and going back to full on tri lanes does feel like it's a way to mitigate those problems. Like that this is sort of the thing that we didn't see them do last game, where they kind of just got bullied, and now they kind of have a way to lane it. And Tide, I mean, you know, he's not having a great time, but he's level 2. He's working on it.
You're 100% right, and that was a conscious decision made by Black and Yellow to not pick their carry with that last pick, right? Like I mentioned, they chose to pick their mid laner, but it just puts a lot of pressure on Ryoya to do really well. And that being said, he probably is their best player, so maybe that's okay. But the mid lane is just, it's tough to use your last pick on mid lane because it can really just be decided on, what side of the river does the 4-minute rune spawn on.
Right.
True.
Storm gets a regen at 4 minutes. Like, even though he lost his lane, does he care?
Yeah, it's interesting because like the side lanes are more stable in that regard because you don't have like as many X factors and randomness like that.
There's no RNG rune.
Yeah, but at the same time, there's also like less interaction since it's like 1v1 and not multiple units. But yeah, I would agree that the uncertainty is definitely there. But again, they at least get Saberlight. These kills are very important for the mentality of this Monkey King.
Oh, Viper actually hates having a bad laning phase. I mean, he can farm decently well with Nether Toxin, but he's kind of a hero that wants to play from ahead.
Ryoya is giving Bryle the treatment. Saberlight had to TP to refill the bottle, which does help. That's nice. But, now you're also, a level 2 Viper that's running back top.
No, this is like the old tri-lane meta. Like, Saberlight's just admitted that he's like, the off-laner who's getting nothing. Like, Dubu's gonna like, Dubu, Storm, and Jug are gonna be the most farmed, right? The off-lane doesn't really exist for Radiant. And it's the same thing for Dire, right?
Yeah, look at Zero, right?
Like, it's gonna be like a 2-core game with 3 supports each because teams are really just shutting down.
We're going on him again, eh?
Saberlight dropping down pretty low. Can they get a kill here on the Fleet? It would be huge if he goes down before Saberlight, and he will. Now stepping outside of the break, he needs to build back up. The stacks gets one, a double kill. Moon, the triple kill. Oh, he waited.
Over.
All right, they got 3 cores again.
All right, that was sick, actually. I wondered why he didn't go for the last hit there on the side, but he prepped the second and third kill there.
Pink got a regen.
Okay, turning it. Gets 2 onto Bryle. Jubei looking for the chase down. Can they get into rage? Oh, regen broken.
Yeah,
Annoyed.
He's got it for sure.
All right.
That's all right. Storm didn't get that 4-minute rune that we were talking about, so his game is, it is pretty tough.
Interesting.
Only 3 times faced off this patch. Wow. Storm's up 20-7 in the matchup in the past year.
Everybody knows SF is a griefer pick. Okay, that hero is like it's like you got your swag mid player. You make the mistake of asking your mid player what he wants to play, and he just volunteers up Shadow Fiend as the first one, and you've only got 5 seconds of reserve time left, and you make a last minute decision.
Yeah, trust your team. It ends up falling apart as Zero is going to go down. Do you like the new Arcane Blink build, or is that like the next level of griefing?
I think you need Yules this game because if you time it correctly, you can actually combo Juggernaut before he can get spin off.
King. He is just so dead. Look at this guy.
But he
just got his boots delivered.
Yeah, this lane's impossible for Monkey King when he actually has to play against the Viper.
Well, that is starting to happen at least a little bit up here. And Moon, in the meantime, is level 5. Has that Orb of Corrosion and is just chasing heroes down one by one. Jubei trying to get away from him here. Has another Swashbuckle up in a second. They're not going to go for it.
I feel like I'm watching this same game as last one, where it's like Yamsen is struggling so terribly in his side lane.
They're going to try again to get Saberlight.
Oh, all right.
They got him.
And they get Moon now. Nothing to break it. He's out. So they're making a conscious effort as Bryle needs to get away. One more raise in a second. Does he have the angle? Oh, it's not quite enough. Damn. Keeps him alive. Another rune going the way of Ryoya. Yeah, so I mean, you're telling me that like Yamsum not having a great time, but he's still getting involved in like a couple of these kills here and there. It feels like.
No, I think that tri-lane was super helpful, and you can see his net worth is actually the highest for his team. So I didn't mean that he was like struggling. I just meant like I don't know. I guess I didn't really mean it like that. I was probably wrong. But the Night Stalker, it looks a lot like this Tidehunter from last game.
Gotcha.
I'm sorry, this Tidehunter looks a lot
like the Night Stalker. Did you see how close he was? He actually just got 6 on 1 creep dying there. That's brutal.
Yeah, Shadow Fiend is popping off though, which is what they needed.
Okay. I mean, there's some interesting things going on here as they're going to go on to flee. Nobody's showing up for a TP rotation.
He was so greedy. He was like trying to tease Tomato for the longest time there. Eventually gets Omni. Tomato has had the 2 games, again, very similar between this Jug and this Ursa. Just complete freedom. Will not be surprised to see him just like farm AFK for like 13 minutes pretty much.
Yeah, they've waited to see the offlaner in both drafts before picking their carry.
Oh, Moon comes in to clean up Roya. That's a nice kill for him. Now level 6 before 10 minutes on this position, quote unquote 4 here on Moon. He's actually ahead of the Storm. Storm's just been struggling a little bit. Bryle's had a tough time. At least so far.
He's been getting ganked and he hasn't got any runes. So this could be his first rune. 8 minutes. Shadowfiend's dead, so...
Oh,
Good
he
roll.
caught him on the jump on Yamsung.
That was pretty nicely played. They're also going on 0 in the mid lane as they're going to try and bring down Moon. Can they quite do it in time? We'll get at least 1 kill, but the Cold Embrace, and now Moon, he's in deep. Couple more punches is all they need. Jumps in, trying to make it happen. The dogs are barking, but Moon getting away again. They're going to find that kill. Meanwhile, mid, they trade off a couple more heroes. Storm for the Shadow Fiend. What a freaking massacre.
Yeah, it's an absolute bloodbath, this game. You hate raindrops? What do you mean?
They're so good.
Yeah, what's wrong with that? I mean, why would you hate
it's okay.
them?
Just buy more raindrops. That's all.
It bothers you that your spells do no damage to people?
Yeah, kinda. Yeah.
It sucks. It's like, why would you buy a cloak nowadays ever instead of getting raindrops? There's no reason.
Keep buying raindrops just over and over.
If you're going Glimmer Cave.
You're crazy talk. I can't believe you, PPD. You're out of your mind. It's wild.
I actually
some
forgot
carries-
that.
some-
Remember when you used to
some
have to like
carries
backpack your raindrops so you didn't lose them because you needed them for a recipe? That was quality stuff.
Yeah, that was funny.
Well, 2,000 gold lead at 9 minutes now. Black and Yellow definitely looking better than last game, but it's not a runaway or anything. Ooh, Jukes.
Speaking of a runaway, Moon had a real bad ulti there. He got turned around the wrong direction when it started, and then Zero just did the okie doke, and we're just gonna walk away. That's a lot of ward coverage there. They've left that obs there for the longest time.
That ward just stayed there for Dire. It was like so unfortunate that Roya placed it on top of a sentry like 4 minutes ago, and it's just still there. Oh, there we go.
Okay, I'll take that down again. Battling for it mid. And Bryle gonna head up to the north. Hope there's a rune. Oof, and it's an arcane bottom. Moon's gonna come on in and take that one away before you can get it. And now up top again. Yemsun gets hit, can't jump away. In trouble. Tomato's just gonna Omni him. Tries some mischief, but not gonna happen. That was not the way that was supposed to go.
Yeah, you hate to see that.
Damn, dude.
It's alright, the real carry is Shadowfiend anyways.
Okay. What's the sort of look that Roya is going for here? Like, does he need to be involved constantly in the fights, or does he sort of need to just try and like tank up a little bit, get all beefy?
I mean, he's only going to get tankier through levels because he's going to go Yules and then get a Blink. And his play is to combo Storm or Jug.
Okay.
Really anyone. I mean,
Well,
we'll see how the Shadowfiend does.
A missed kill on Dubu top. They went for the Hex, but then he had the Centaur to cover himself. So the Centaur ends up dying for Dubu, and then down bottom they get another Pango ulti with an Arcane Rune to bring down Zero. So things still rolling pretty well.
Oh, yeah. Viper super nice against the Tide and the Monkey, right? Disabling both their passives. Such a good pick.
Viper, he's sort of feeling like that weird role where more often than not he's just kind of being picked for the break nowadays. Not really anything else.
Well, he's a ranged offlaner, right? So generally ranged heroes, if you don't see your matchup, right? Ranged heroes often do better in their lanes than some melee, right? Tide, for example. Tide gets to play against Jug, whereas if he was like a Furion or an Enigma, like he's gonna get something out of the lane. So that's why Viper can be quite good if you have like melee range combo, right? Pango Viper, for example.
Yeah.
And then the break is, yeah, you're right. The break is the reason that you do pick him because that's kind of his unique thing that he brings to the game.
Yeah. Well, Moon. Oh, he's fine. He's out of here. Surely. Yeah, he's running. They are really just like all up in their grill though, taking over everything. Yamsun again battling it out with Tomato, gets the spin off, and now the run. This is exactly what happened earlier. Tomato just
right
like,
where he died.
Right in their face. Like they're completely shutting them out of their map. They're somehow invading both jungles. Now Moon's gonna get the rollout. Just try and back away. It's back towards mid. Zero is getting gone on a little bit. Bryle here went for the Ravage, and they can't get it. Moon, another kill.
Dude, I don't know if you guys caught, but who got the 10-minute tome? Because I see the, the level 8-4 position and the level 5-5 position. I'll tell you what, as a 5-position player, there's not something that makes me more mad than when my 4 takes the tome and he's like level 7 already.
Look, he's getting kills though. Makes up for it, right? He's helping out.
Yeah, they got to get kills somewhere because you guys just talked about it. Like, what part of the map is Dire really holding for themselves? Like, Moon and Saberlight are all over this bottom lane. Ryle's pushing mid, and the Monkey King's dying top to the Jug.
Yeah. It hasn't really been, like, huge kill differences that feel like they've been leading this game. It's much more the areas where people are able to farm. And, well, jump in again. Yeah. Moon backs out.
All right.
They got some better tools now. They have Aether Lens on Rasta and Yule's on SF now.
Oh, Bryle actually sees Roy here.
Storm has Orchid too, so he might look to go.
This is the item battle, right? Uh-oh. Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
yeah.
God. Get away. Thinking about it, but the pull comes back in. Roya goes for round 2. Drops the Requiem, but Tomato's still chasing. Zero's nearby, still hanging on to that Ravage. Meanwhile, they've got Shackles on the bottom side, catching onto Dubu and Moonmeander, who tries to get away, but won't be able to. So 2 for nothing so far. Undying losing a couple others. This is big.
This is huge. There's look at the Pango's 7 streak going the way of Rasta, and the panel was talking about it. This is one of kind of his best heroes, along with I would say Earthshaker, but Earthshaker's not very meta. But Mirana as well, I think is another one he's super famous for. Yeah. Who actually first phase Bandit in this game. But yeah, Shadow Shaman, very farmed, right? He has his Aether Lens, and he's on his way probably towards a Blink Dagger. It's going to be huge against Storm and Jug, who don't really want to buy BKBs too early.
True. Yeah, it can be really backbreaking there. The 3,000 gold lead as next round of runes are going to come up here. And it should be at least 2, I would imagine, for Black and Yellow.
Kind of awkward for Bryle to get kills right now before the Atos on Viper. I feel like unless Moon's there with the ulti at the same time, the gap close is like kind of slow.
Look at this Tide.
That's depressing.
Yeah. Ooh, jump backlines though. Finds Yemsum. Bryle.
This is what I mean. Like, Dubu gets there in time, but like, how does he finish kills? You know?
On Bryle.
Yeah, it's like kind of awkward.
He just needs more damage. Needs like +1, or he himself just needs to like finish treads before he can solo kill.
Yeah.
The Monkey's pretty tanky. I think he was full HP when he tried there.
And that'll help a lot though. The blink now done on Moon, so problem solved.
There you go.
That'll get a serious kill threat. But likewise, Roy, he had BKB and blink queued up for the longest time. Does just snag up the blink, so gotta get a kill and get an Aegis.
Yeah, this gives him kill potential on the side lanes, especially if anybody is trying to split push. Even this Jug, if he times it right.
Still farming pretty aggressively into their base on Team Undying, and they're actually going to head into the pit right now themselves. And do they realize that this is happening on Black and Yellow, just outside of ward vision? They might have seen them right over there, and yeah, the scan comes out.
Oh, there's Ravage in 10 seconds.
All right. Moving in.
Dubu's throwing the body.
I mean, Roche is down to about a quarter HP as they're going to walk in, blow him up once, thinking about a roll now. I don't know if they're going to get it in time. Zero's walking in here, rooted, in some trouble. Silence comes afterwards. No, they're not going to get it off. Oh my God, the break. Oh, it hurts so bad. And now the chase in. They want to find Jubei. There's going to be the Winter's Curse used. But I think that they're going to lose at least Jubei here. Oh, that is painful.
It's like too good of a Viper game.
It really is.
Fog? Okay. Shackle afterwards. Takes the Aegis. Now trying to... Oh, I don't know about that one. Tomato stuck around. Tomato stuck around. Oh my God. It explodes Royoya. They got the Aegis at least.
God, it's like every Shadow Fiend in my pub. You know, just farms up his blink, farms up his blink Yules, goes to cast his first ultimate, dies before it goes off.
It was a bit too on point there. A little on brand for some NA Dota, as Tomato now has the Blink Dagger as well, so very mobile squad on Undying.
Well,
God.
Got
Poor
the
Zero.
Aegis though.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
It's pretty big. The other team, like if Storm keeps his Aegis here, then Dire feels like they can't fight for 5 minutes, and I think that's like the last thing they need to do this game. They kind of need to win a fight here pretty soon, I think, so they don't feel necessarily scared.
Round 2?
No!
The Orchid comes out again. Oh, Bryle, he gets away.
Jenkins said it on the draft, you know. SF, maybe not his best hero.
I believe the word was meh.
Yeah,
Meh. That was a pretty meh combo.
Feels bad. Well, you know, these things happen, and I'm sure that they'll be able to get through it. I still feel like, you know, yeah, things are looking pretty bad
They're
for
coming for Flea.
for
You got
Black
the
and
ping.
Yellow. Oh God! All right, yeah,
Jugger's
Tomato
a
jumps
blink.
on him. Yeah, that's pretty devastating. Just sitting on top of a ward now, even. Moon. Try number 3. I'm gonna go for it. What more do you need at this point now? I mean, Black and Yellow, they've still got some good fighting potential if they can just work everything out perfectly. Just hasn't happened that way so far, it feels like. It's Jubei. It's going to be chased down by Dubu and Moon, keeping their distance so nobody gets caught by a big winner's curse. And in the meantime, Roya double raises the wave, pushes it back out again. And they're just controlling this entire area up in here.
Dire does have better teamfight spells, though. Ravage, Curse, SF ult, so they could potentially win fights from behind.
They actually have Wukongs too. I just don't think I've seen it since that top fight.
True.
It's not
Whoa.
the.
Wait a
There
minute.
you go, action on mid.
Ryle getting caught there. Ravage comes out. No,
Oh my
that's not the
God,
timing
dude.
that you want. Oh,
No,
lordy. Oh,
Oh my-
God. Jubei.
Like, but why though?
Yo,
Jubei.
don't pick Winter Wyvern, man. This hero is the definition of meh.
Now, they're going to blow up Fleet one last time again. It was looking so good, and then it all gets pulled away. Rhea now trying to find another jump onto Bryle, but won't be able to. Oof.
Yeah, that was some agent level Wyvern play right there.
Oh, no. Uh-oh. Another Yules. And blink back.
Oh,
Saberlight's there as
blinking.
well.
Just
Got
curse
Under the
them,
top
Jubei.
jungle.
You might be able
Oh, it's on,
to. Who
it's on
knows?
cooldown. It's cooldown. It's cooldown.
Oh, that's a good point. Saberlight walks back in. Oh, thank you. Good call, Trent. Sorry, it took me a second there.
This is a disaster. Look at this.
They're chasing down Roya, trying to hit raises. It's not going to be enough damage. Oh, wait a
Oh,
minute.
guy-
Duke into the side. It's actually not working. Bryle from downtown, though.
Yep,
Tomato
Wukongs.
stuck to the side. Yamsun, they both find their way out of it.
Oh,
and
he
the
got
blink
blink.
away. Tomato gets out. Oh, Bryle
Guys,
finds the
too.
kill onto Jubei, and now trying to bring down the Juggernaut, but he's still making a sneaky play out of there. Moon, can he do anything to help
Got
his
him.
buddy? No. Okay, they find the kill. Now trying to turn this in. They're going deeper on Undying. Still trying to take this fight in spite of losing a couple. And they get
low
the
on
shackles
mana.
onto Bryle. Not quite going to be enough there. They need more life steal.
Storm's low
Bryle
mana.
out of mana. Chase down Comment. Gets the Boundless Strike for the finish. Mischief able to walk away again. Yamsum turns. Gets some life
Gotta
steal
fight.
working his waiver. Oh, but Saberlight's coming back in. And
Disarm.
Zero's just like, I'm out of here, guys. I don't want to be here anymore.
Yeah, Zero with the right call there on the bailout. Okay, well, considering how that started, that's pretty good. I'll give him that. Is this build real? Ags next on Zero?
Huh.
Look, I have not seen that in a while.
It's not that bad, but I think it's generally better on that Tidehunter who like sits on the mid lane is like and it's like impossible to kill.
Yeah.
That being said, like what item would you like him to go for? I think maybe like Force Staff is nice so he can get out of that Nether Toxin. That's really like the way he's dying this
Right.
game.
Oh, yeah, he just switched to a BKB. Yeah, fair enough. There, I agree. Somebody that deals with the Nether Toxin.
I think there is something to be said for the idea of like doubling down on minus armor and getting on everybody. You got Shadow Fiend Aura, you've got Monkey King who has Aghanims now. Like, if they can just manage to like stay alive, reducing all that armor down could be a nice little way to put him in the cheese grater. All right, try number 3 on to Bryle. Yules, and there it is again. Yeah, that one hurts, and now trying to walk away. Ray in some trouble. Flee to turn it.
Oh, it's all part of the plan.
Get it set up. Close him
baited.
up. We'll play.
Good action in the jungle though. They're chasing after.
Ooh, Moon.
Yeah, who's chasing who at this point here?
Now they need to get out. Well, heads up play by Flea there, recognizing the needed help that they had available.
He saw the future, mostly because he'd seen the past. Knew that the assistance was going to be required here. I mean, the timing would quite literally have to be perfect, right?
Well, I think the idea is that you use it actually before the Yules finishes. That way, like the Requiem, shoots him out.
Yeah, right? Yeah. And then you follow up with the raises. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
You don't count necessarily on all the damage.
Shackle?
Yeah, you don't need it. Like the raises are plenty.
Wait, big jump in though. Not gonna catch him. Wow.
There it is. I was wondering what Moon was going to do. I was like, he needs something there.
True enough.
He's having a rough series, guys.
Yeah, he's been handed a tough hand both times. I'm not going to give him too much shade.
That's true, actually.
Night Stalker into tied against this just monstrosity on the solo lane.
Just body block that, so you know.
That's fine. These things happen.
Look, he walks back in. That's your shame. He just pinged it. He's like, oh, someone's warded in there. It's like, no, bud, that's you.
Oh. Big hero model. That's the problem. I mean, there's a couple other things to sort of look at here that I'm interested in. Like, Shaman's got this Aghanims queued up. I'm curious if he decides to just go for that instead of even getting the Blink Dagger and being like, all right, we just got to all in at a certain point along bottom and try and, like, take these buildings. Not sure.
The Aether is really good defensively, and for the most part, it is Undying coming into them, so I don't think he's having much trouble getting off the good hexes. He kind of knows what target is being gone on.
Right.
I think the Blink is too good to pass up on this hero, right? You already have Aether Lens, and then you have a level 15 cast range talent that also affects your Blink Dagger and your, your reach in the game. And when you're playing against Storm and Juggernaut, like I mentioned before, it's so valuable. So playing without this hero feels way better with the Blink Dagger.
That is true. And then the benefit of the Ags in terms of like the damage of the wards can be a little bit unreliable as well. Versus like
it's also
Storm, Pango.
It's kind of a defensive item too, right? If there's like this, phase boot Yasha Jug running at you, you can actually go somewhere.
Yeah, not just stand still. That's true.
I like it.
They're doing a good job of playing in the side lane. I mean, Flea especially. Like this is him, man. Playing in the side lane with the Potom or the Rasta, just like constantly pushing this wave and punishing anyone who who's foolish enough to come down here.
I would say they've done a very impressive job this game in terms of like the position they were in from the laning stage. Things have been recovered quite well. Obviously, they're still not in a great spot.
Positioning on the map is very good right now. You have the Tide, who's kind of like your beefy frontliner. He's chilling on the mid lane, making sure this stays pushed, and then they're just sort of trading farm and farming their ancients while also still farming Radiant's side of the map.
Right.
But soon Radiant will do Roshan. That's kind of up to Tomato to decide, and this is going to be the second Roche, so I don't think you want to leave that uncontested.
I will say that it feels like if Undying get a little bit too complacent, things could very quickly spiral out of control for them, right? Like, you got Winter's Wyvern, ulti, like Ravage, everything.
Exactly. Dire is a huge team fight, which means Radiant really needs to be careful because, they've kind of picked for their lanes to some extent, right? With the late Viper and late Jug.
Right.
So, if they kind of throw away their laning advantage, the game is going to be much more difficult.
Right.
Yeah, and Jubei is more of a problem now. Like, obviously, yeah, he had one bad curse, but it's not bad to just like single target curse on someone like Storm or Jug as long as there's going to be some follow up too. So, speaking of which,
jump broken, wants to back out of it. He's away from it right now, I think.
No detection.
That's big.
Yep. You got your 4-position Pangolier with the Quelling Blade, no dust.
They're gonna smoke now and run at them.
Wow, only
They're
21.
grouping like they want to. Yeah. This is the instant counterplay.
BKB Shadow
That's
Fiend.
insane.
Almost a BKB on Monkey.
Oh, where are we going? Triangle?
Thinking about it. Nobody's
All right,
home
fifth
except
time's
for
the charm.
Bryle. Who's he gonna walk into? Jump away. Chase
We missed
wants
him.
to find him. Can't get him. And now,
Division.
do they all back out? They're showing mid on this Monkey King. Jump. Moon.
Commander blinked in.
Oh, he's got the shard. Wait, now needing to be in a little bit of trouble. They pop BKB from Roya, lift up. Now going for that ulti with Dubo off to the side. It hits onto both of them. Takes down one. Enchantress trying to get out of there and immediately going to TP away, but they get him. Oh, right on top. They find Roya. He did not manage to TP out of there quickly enough.
Well done, Bryle, to even go for that.
Yeah.
Like, just to notice that he'd been dragging that out for too long. It's very rare to see that happen on a 10-second BKB.
It's honestly probably Moon Meander that called it.
Yeah, you're probably right, because
yes.
he lived for so long.
He was like he's mad that he's getting comboed by Shadow Fiend, right? It's like, why is SF comboing me and not my Juggernaut?
True. Ravage afterwards, though. Big jump, finds the kill onto Tomato. Bryle wanting a little bit of payback yet again, but that BKB is out. Now trying to chase, trying to walk away. Oh, is there detection? Drop down sentry, get him, but the silence comes out in time. Glimmer Cape trying to walk away. Counter detection, and they will kill off Jubei. He almost had that winner's curse.
I like that counter detection. Never heard that
man.
before.
Detection into counter detection.
That's actually insanely. That's new
Both.
tech.
Yeah, needlessly so. Oh God,
Hopefully, no.
he thought they were gone. They're not gone. And now they find more.
Vibes
Moon's
here.
just sitting on him. What a butthead. Zero tries to back away, in some trouble, and will eventually go down again. Dude, Moon Meander, this game, 10-2-12. What a freaking performance.
Moon Meander's been having a very good beginning of 2020, I would say. His matchmaking rating is much higher. He's also drafting for the team. I don't know if you guys noticed that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think, like, it's easy to be like, oh, it's not surprising that Undying are doing so well in this league. Like, there's so many well-known names and stuff. But at the same time, this could be a team that I could see getting formed and people flame them when they lose their first 2 matches. You know what I mean? Just, like, based off some of the names and stuff. Like, some of them had, like, rough teams in the past, but they're performing, I would say, above expectations.
Yeah.
I think they're probably the most underrated team. For some reason, like, the community or the public or, I mean, the panel, right? They don't really, like, understand that, like, how good this team actually is. I think, like, our team, like, Undying versus Sad Boys, I think is going to be, like, a huge test. And same thing with, like, Undying versus 4 Zoomers. Like, those are, like, your actually, like, really even matchups. And I would say maybe even Undying is maybe a bit favored. They're playing really well. And they also have Saberlight, right?
Cut.
Tries
Nice.
to make it work. Shackles, as well as all the wards, drop down. Yamsun, he
Wukongs.
lived. Able to back away, but they don't have anything to keep him in place. And that is going to be an easy back out. They did lose Moon, though. I think the Undying sort of storyline is going to be interesting to watch, like you said, along with y'all and Zoomers as well. It's sort of the sort of battle out, it feels like. And, you know, as I'm sure you've seen time and again, teams get better throughout the course of a season.
I do notice that the European ranked #1 MMR player is currently 8-8-14. Meanwhile, his position 4 North American is 10-3-13. So I think that kind of settles the debate once and for all.
It's an offlaners patch, to be fair.
Okay. I
Yeah,
see.
you know.
Unbelievable. Well, we got a Paladin Sword picked up now as well. And going for a Moon Shard, actually, on Monkey King. That dude's wild.
Speaking of shards, this Shadow Shaman one is just so impressive every time I see it. It is insanely useful. When I first read it, I thought that the snakes would only be able to attack the target, and that was it.
They
How
jump.
wholly misleading that was. Oh, Jubei,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
gone.
Oh, living in the fountain. Yule Scepter to keep himself alive. Royoyo
Actually-
almost went down there.
I actually think the shard is kind of underwhelming.
The shaman one? It looks so crazy.
it's really good for farming, but like, do you really want your Shadow Shaman to be farming like this? Like, wouldn't you rather he just had like a BKB?
I feel like when he first got it, it helped a lot on some of those early kills. Like when he was kind of snowballing a little bit.
Yeah, possibly. Anyways, Dire's faced with a high ground defense here.
Of the gush.
He doesn't
jug.
believe. He doesn't believe. I can hear it in his voice.
Nah, that's cool.
Look at it. Look at those
like, just an extra 200 gold for that.
Clearly showing the strength there.
Dude, he could have gotten that healing. Oh, he didn't get it already.
Some games Blink BKB Rasta is just GG. Like he could just go on Jug here and Radiant could do nothing to him if he had BKB. But now look at him.
Hey man, they winner's curse. They're saving him, trying to keep him alive. But the chase down, the big old Ravage comes out afterwards. Hits on everybody. It's not going to be enough, I don't think. Now they're chasing in. Omni Slash going, beating down Yamsum. Although maybe a chance for a turnaround. Minusing all that armor, it takes him down once.
They got it. Is that a-
dead
Right?
as
Still has
well.
BKB.
Okay, now chasing in, trying to run at Roya. Won't be enough. They all back out. It was one melee Rax, though. Zero gets the blink away there.
He
Interesting.
doesn't want to go. He wants to finish this off.
And the slow city burn down coming through. They still have a minute until Requiem's back up again.
Victoria denied the range barracks.
That's a lot of gold.
It's good. Matters. Well, Root. Chase away. They've still got that healing ward down, though. Zero tries to walk in and stop
Flea
him
is
a
not-
little bit.
Flea's not buying back. I'm very surprised.
I guess he's just trying to hold for the 2 lives after.
Winner's
They don't
curse
have
back
ulti
up.
anyway.
15. Need a little bit. Omni Slash. Actually, no, excuse me. It's just the Aghanims.
Oh, here it comes.
They take it down. Dual Scepter afterwards, trying to back away. Saberlight pops his own BKB as Moon running through everybody, doing so much damage. And now Tomato back on top of Roya. It's going to beat him down. Oh, save! Not
No.
enough.
Not
Winners
saved.
You're not able to salvage it. Dies in the duration of the spin, and now Amsun gets jumped on by Bryle, and even in his Wukong's command, it won't be enough. They can't keep him alive. That is pain.
Good
Yeah,
moments throughout this game for Black and Yellow. Things going better than expected, but in the end, it has largely been in Undying's hand pretty much the entire game, right? Sort of like them dictating a lot of the movements and any of the team fights too.
Dire did manage to force a couple of team fights that, you know, some went good, some went bad, right? Sometimes they comboed properly and killed enemy heroes. Other times, you know, Wyvern cursed the person they were trying to kill.
Yeah, hurts.
There's been some decent cold embraces, but the problem is this Jug is like all magic damage at this point.
Well, and I feel like what I keep hearing from you is just like the struggle in the laning phase is what propelled all of this as well. Yeah.
The laning phase of the draft.
Yeah, I think it was just really tough for Tide to have much of a game, and you gave Jug a free game, but you don't really have a great answer to Jug.
Well,
Other
definitely
than
don't
this
hear.
SF. Yeah, I mean, we talked about the SF combo, right? One-shotting these, you know, Storm and Jugs, and I don't think we ever saw it. Maybe
I can't
once.
recall one.
No, there were a lot of attempts. They made it with a little bit of help from the Shaman.
Yeah.
It's like the training wheels, you know.
True. Yeah.
Almost has the arcane blink though,
Yep.
so you know that'll help. I think.
Shorter cast point.
It'll just screw up his timing a little bit more. Oh, he sold. Did he sell?
Yeah, he
his-
sold.
Did he sold?
Yeah, he did. Oh no, he just sold like random, like his bottle and like magic
Oh,
wand.
okay, yeah.
I mean,
Alright.
you think he lost his blink dagger, but it's actually an arcane.
Yeah,
wand.
that's what got me for a second. That's literally what it did.
Okay. Well, throwing out the gushes,
Last-
trying to clear the waves.
Last set of
Jubei,
racks. Do they want to combo an Ensure or a Viper?
I mean, they're looking for an opening, and poor old Zero just
Oh,
gets walloped. Now on top of the
Axe.
Shaman, looking for more. Requiem onto the back lines, blows up, well, not really even anybody, as they are on a triple kill. GG is called. Undying looking pretty freaking good, if I do say so myself. Everybody goes
Yeah,
down.
they looked all right. They looked all right. Like, once again, Undying has played the weakest teams in the DPC. So I mean, they're 3-0, but I mean, is it really that impressive? They beat the A team, they beat 5-man Midas, and now they took down Black and Yellow.
With
No, listen. I mean, this is just the truth. I was
right.
I was excited for this series because Dire actually does have some good players. Like, all of their players are really quality players, but it doesn't. I mean, they just look like they haven't practiced, or I don't know what it is, but they looked outclassed.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable.
Yeah, it kind of just felt like the lanes and the drafts just felt a little bit out of order. And
Jubei played AA and Winter Wyvern. Like, I would never ever pick these heroes for myself. Like, ever. Like, they're just so bad.
Well,
so they first phase Alec Morphling, and you're like, no, just still no. But you're right. I mean, they obviously did not really have a good place.
What did Idubu played like Silencer the first game, but that was a late pick. But like, you saw, like, this game, he just banned the Mirana once again, and then just first picked the Chances for himself. And he has the reason why these heroes are good is because no matter what the enemy picks, like, there's a play for you.
Yeah.
Like,
he did incredible down bottom.
He's playing Winter Wyvern, Monkey King lane against Viper. Like, how is this game ever going to get started? They did like the tri lane, but then as a result, like, they're tied as no game.
Right.
So just weird heroes, especially for the 5 position for me for this series, was kind of the tail.
Yeah,
well,
for sure.
I think that's interesting. We're gonna get to see your team facing off in 5-man Midas. A lot of people come on the cast and don't like to reveal too much. You're letting us know we're not going to be seeing first pick AAs and Winter Wyverns, so that's good to know.
Oh, my bad.
What have you done? You've given away the stress.
Don't ban them.
Yeah, don't ban them. All right, everybody, we're gonna go to a quick break. When we come back, the panel's gonna break down all the madness. See you guys in a few.
Welcome back, everybody, here as we conclude our first series here on this Tuesday. Team Undying get it done in convincing fashion, and they move up the next stage of difficulty in the NA DPC, right through A-Team, through 5-man Midas, and now they battle strong against Black and Yellow. Their next test obviously is going to skip a couple of pegs, though, gentlemen. They have EG waiting for them at the end of the week, but we're here to evaluate their matchup today, and I got to say, that Sunday matchup's even looking more exciting after today's beatdown.
Yeah, they've looked, I mean, we talked about it before. They've had the easiest schedule by far. This was the next ramp up, and it didn't really look that much different from them. They just looked very solid. That particular game, Moon, I mean, he started as a 4, then turned into a 3 after getting a triple kill at minute 6 or whatever the hell that was. That was pretty insane. And I don't know, it just felt like I know we said Wyvern is good against Pango theoretically, but that was kind of joking because we thought it was going to be a support or a position 3 Pango at best. But I just didn't feel the reason. Like, why was Wyvern picked? I still don't know. I like the idea of, if you feel like you're outmatched, like, drafting stuff that's weird to try to throw your opponents off, but I guess I just didn't see the reasoning, like what the benefit was for having a Wyvern that game. Just didn't look particularly good. Maybe it's just not the patch for the hero as well, which is obviously a possibility.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we'd love to be a fly on the wall for a lot of these drafts to know exactly how things are shaking up and how they really work. But as far as all the murmurs I've been hearing, apparently they're watching some of the Chinese drafts. They're playing into their own comforts. Maybe they're thinking too hard about the meta. They're thinking, we have the answer, it's AA, or we have the answers, it's Wyvern. And, it feels like it could be a little bit of all of that. And unfortunately, that's just not where you need to be if you want to be able to have a strong draft for Undying.
Yeah, I agree. Man, we said, I said Undying, they've got to prove themselves with this team that's another tier up. And I don't know about you guys, but I feel like it's been proven to me this team is pretty scary. They're pretty damn good. It looked exactly the same. Honestly, it looked even worse. Like, it looked worse for the enemy team than when they were playing against the weaker teams. Like, this looked like they were playing with their food a little bit. So, yeah, this EG match is going to be super hype. It's going to be, who knows what can happen. Maybe we have some new rulers of NA Dota.
We'll have to see. We actually are blessed here. We are going to be joined by Saberlight. Has hopped into the channel here, the offlaner. Saberlight, congratulations on your win. You guys are now 3-0. You're sitting at the top there next to Evil Geniuses, and you're looking strong. Everybody's getting pretty hyped, but at the same time, I'm hearing from others like PPD even is saying that you're probably one of the more underrated teams. How do you feel? Do you feel like you guys have been kind of just being able to slide in with some of these easier tests and people are treating you and underrating you, or do you feel like that there's starting to be some more hype around the squad?
I think we're exactly where we belong in the first place with 0 losses. I intend to keep it that way for the remainder of the tournament. But I also think we got the 3 easiest teams right now. So, this EG match is going to be the most important one. Because I think like Zoomers and Sad Boys are beatable. I think we're slightly better than them. With EG, we're on par, and Quincy is stronger. So if we manage to beat this EG, I think we're in a super good spot.
All right, well, I have Sunsfan
Cool.
and Jenkins joining me, and they're eager to also ask you a couple of questions here. We'll throw it Sunsfans first. I love the confidence, by the way.
Yeah, I was not expecting that. Saber, I have a question for you. So you kind of brought it up yourself. It's kind of a narrative that we've talked about throughout the entire DPC. You guys have had by far the easiest schedule thus far, which there's 2 ways to go about it, right? Do you think this is a good thing that this has happened that's worked out this way, or a bad thing? Because the pros are you get more time to work together, you get to ramp yourselves up, but the downside is your opponents can scout more, like watch your replays and stuff like that. Do you think it's for the better that this has happened, or would you rather have just played like the top teams to start?
I think it really depends on the opponents, because we're a relatively new team, so I think overall it's nice that we get more time to practice before the real challenge faces us. But I feel like, for example, EG are in a similar situation, so I wouldn't mind playing a team like EG straight away. But with the other teams, I think it's good that we get space to practice and potentially even beat those.
Cool. Okay. Okay. Saberlight, as the rank 1 European MMR god, you have to settle this age-old debate. It's not even. It's really not even a question. This is your duty as the king. Okay. NA or EU? What is harder to climb MMR? Which region is harder?
That's a hard question, because I can say without a doubt that EU pops are much harder, and the skill there is higher. But at the same time, there's the challenge that when I play NA pops, it's just so frustrating, and my opponents are worse, but my teammates are also worse. So at times I feel like it's impossible to win NA pops. So I would say that actually NA is harder to climb.
Okay. All right. That settles it. Thank you very much for that, Saberlight. Good stuff.
Yeah, damn. I can't really fault that. This is the number 1. So, we got to step it up, it sounds like, in the pub world for sure. But you guys have been stepping it up. So now that we know you have 2 series this week and you have EG coming on Sunday, I mean, you already said that you're planning to try to keep it a 0-loss run. But any other thoughts leading into your match against Evil Geniuses?
No thoughts. I'm just super hyped to play them. We've been scrimming them for a bit, but it's gonna be an entirely different thing when it's game time, and I just hope we will be able to beat them, because I think this is the most important game the entire tournament.
Absolutely. A win against Evil Geniuses would open up an opportunity for a couple of the teams to slide into making it at the major. So one that we will all be watching for sure. Saberlight, congratulations again on your win today. You're 3-0, and we look forward to seeing you again on Sunday. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Shouts to Saberlight. Make sure you go hit him up on the Twitter and send him some love. I love the confidence coming in here. Maybe he's coming in and absorbing a bit of the NA swagger with that, I want to say. I mean, I want to try to take something from him. He's coming in as number 1. He's saying our pubs suck. I don't know. He owned us there, gentlemen.
Okay, let me be fair here and defend NA a little bit, okay? Because I think Saberlight, he's a European guy. They're also humble and whatever over there. In NA, it's all about swag. We could see Ryoya playing the SF last game. Pick me SF. I don't care if my Monkey King has a terrible game. See, that's the issue with NA. It's not lack of skill. NA is incredibly high skill. Even, you see he respects EG, or he respects Quincy Crew over EG, and this is like a fully, American team or whatever. EG people are, they're European, whatever. And so the problem with NA is like we have so many individuals, so many individual players. Like individuals will ruin games just as much as they will literally 1v5 games. So NA is it's just chaos, man. And it's so goddamn entertaining to watch, but to play in it can be quite frustrating sometimes. Let me just tell you.
Awesome stuff. So with that, gentlemen, we're going to wrap things up. That concludes our upper division matchup for today. It was a 2-0, so we have a little bit of an intermission here. It looks like just about 1 hour's time because it's not an accelerated schedule. We will go into the scheduled time here to get into that lower division match. It's going to be happening at 6 p.m. Pacific time. We'll probably be coming live about 10 minutes before. We have a fun little bit of pre-match content you'll want to check out. But I believe we're going to be switching the whole crew up a bit. We're going to be bringing in MLP and John X Fire. And we have special guest Sammy Boy joining the broadcast for this one. Jenkins, apparently his teeth are hurting him, so he's got to go.
Orthopedic surgery.
He's got to go, and we're going to have Neff on the mic joining us on the panel to bring us his insights into the lower division. God. It's going to be an awesome time, so don't go far. Be back in about 1 hour.
He'll still be here.
He'll still be here by my side, and I'll enjoy his company. Okay, Jenkins.
Thank you,
very
Kyle
much.
Guy. Thank you.
Of course. All right, we'll see you soon. 1 hour's time. Be back. NA DPC. We'll continue.